many of our viewers watching this interview will be interested to see where the discussions with the PGA are going. And we know that the PGA Tour Commissioner actually did go to the White House yesterday. He had a meeting with President Trump, and on the back of that meeting, he did say that Trump has brought PGA closer to a deal with LIV. Well, speaking to you right now, what is the status of those conversations? How close are we in reality to a deal?
You know, we have been for, of, and about growing the game of golf. And there's so many new and exciting leaders. If you look at Derek Sprague at PGA of America and Mark Darbin at the R&A, and I'm new at LIV, and I know the PGA is looking for a new executive as well to work alongside Jay. And I think that provides an opportunity for us all to take a step back, appreciate where we are in this moment of time, and move forward. The fact that the leader of the free world, the President of the United States, thinks that golf is this important that he can engage makes us really happy and validates how important this game is. And I still believe it's one of life's great teachers, and just as important as we could possibly find today in bringing this game together. So any news that brings us closer to that, I think, is really welcome news for all the golf fans around the world.
Have you spoken to the president directly yourself?
I have not, no. In a few weeks, we'll be in Miami playing at Doral, which is a Trump course, and I imagine he'll make an appearance there. But you know, in these first 30 days, I've had the time of my life, getting to know these incredible stars like Brooks Koepka and Dustin Johnson and Bryson DeChambeau. We have the best players from around the world. That's been an experience. Getting ready for this incredible event season, kicking off in Riyadh, and getting our feet under us and planning for the future.
Now, I know you're not in position to give us the contours of the deal, but is it your expectation that if a deal does come to fruition, that it would allow for more coexistence between LIV players and the PGA Tour? Is it your expectation that ultimately LIV players could participate in the PGA Tour without being penalized?
You know, our focus right now is on making sure we take the best players in the world to the best locations in the world. It's a deal and a construct that we've all been working on for some time, and we're all focused on the same goals and objectives, and that is to grow this game, put as many of the greatest players on the biggest stages of the world. And while I'd love to walk chapter and verse into the deal, I will tell you that anything that's good for this game is good for LIV, and we're thrilled that there's progress being made.
Yeah. One recent development earlier this week, the U.S. Open became the first major to actually create an exemption for LIV golf players. Do you expect other majors to follow suit as well?
You know, very appreciative of Mike Wan and his leadership at the USGA. We heard today from Mark Darbin, who runs the R&A and the Open Championship, and they will be following suit. And at least the early conversations with Derek Sprague at the PGA of America are very positive as well. So it seems as if the headwinds are becoming tailwinds. There seems to be this incredible arc of momentum, and whether that's, you know, our deal with Fox in the US or our deal with ITV in the UK, or all the incredible partners we've had. Madden is our title partner here, and Bahri just came on board as well, and Roshan. So we're starting to get momentum in terms of the entire business. So it's quite expected in terms of where we're heading.
Yeah, you mentioned some of those broadcasting arrangements, and obviously the PIF have put in billions into LIV. Revenues, a big question mark from here onwards. To what extent do you think those types of broadcasting deals, those arrangements, are all going to be additive to your future revenue flow?
You know, I'm here for one reason, and that's because spending time with His Excellency Yasser Al-Rumayyan is a man of vision and compassion, passion for the game of golf. He's got an incredible love and understanding of what's to come. And the investment to put this many incredible star players together will result in an incredible business. And so the foundational years have been built, and now we're ready to grow this business. So it's a really special moment in time right now.
Yeah, beyond broadcasting arrangements, what are your priorities for growth from here onwards?
Well, there are different parts of the business. You know, we're a bit different from a traditional golf in that we have teams. And so Bryson DeChambeau, for example, has a team called the Crushers. Brooks Koepka has a team called Smash. Phil Mickelson has the High Flyers. So you have different teams. Dustin Johnson, the Aces. So for us, one part is how do we build value in those teams? And a lot of that will be driven through sponsorship and merchandise. On the league side, it's a pretty traditional model. You know, it's broadcast and sponsorship and then event revenue, which are ticket and hospitalities. So it's a pretty similar business to what I'm accustomed to in the U.S. sports, and we're looking to build on the foundation that we have already.
And on the talent side, do you have any plans to bring in any new star players to the LIV League?
Well, we have a bit of a constellation of stars now. I mentioned a few before, but Waco Neiman is another one. Tyrrell Hatton might be the hottest golfer in the world, and we signed 3 of the top 5 talented players in the world to come on this year. So for us, we have a constellation of stars. You don't have to look too much further than our leaderboard to see what's happening, and it's a very special time.